Welcome to our section on the dress code. This is a two-part segment. Dress code is a level 1 offense. After a student has been found out of dress code 3 times, he or she can receive a referral and will be required to meet with the dean. However, any dress code violation will result in sitting in the dean's office until the dress code violation has been corrected. It doesn't matter if it's your first time or your 5th time, you have to correct the dress code violation before returning to class. After a student has violated the dress code 3 times, it will be considered a level 2 offense and you will receive a referral in the system. The first part of the dress code is that everyone must wear a collared polo shirt. That means no more than 2 buttons unfastened, any solid color or stripe. The shirt must have sleeves and they can have no graphics larger than a pocket size. Collared shirts must be worn on the outside. They cannot be a t-shirt and they cannot be worn over t-shirts. Absolutely no t-shirts allowed. Another section on pants will be discussed later. However, all pants, shorts, skirts, or capris must have belt loops this year. The belt loops must be worn on every single pair of pants, and the belt that you must wear has to be behind the belt loops and the belt buckles may not be larger than 2 inches. Short skirts and capris must come to your knees and we do not allow cutoffs. When you wear these, you are not allowed to expose your underwear. They have to be worn at the waist and fit properly. Suspenders and straps must be worn on the shoulder. So if you choose to wear suspenders to school, they are not allowed to dangle. They must be worn on the shoulder at all times. No elastic material will be allowed and no elastic waistbands or drawstrings. This eliminates gym shorts and pajama pants and sweatpants. So this year, none of those will be allowed. This next section is on jewelry. All jewelry applies to both boys and girls, and it cannot be larger than 1/2 inch in size. There are no nose rings, lip rings, cheek piercings, or any other type of piercings allowed except for ear piercings. Pierced ears are permitted, but the earrings are not allowed to be longer than 2 inches below the ear. No excessive, distractive, or hazardous accessories will be allowed on campus, including dog collars, chains, or anything that could be considered a weapon. Jackets, sweatshirts, or hoodies are allowed to be worn on campus during the colder months. Collared shirts must be worn underneath outerwear at all times. No t-shirts are allowed to be worn underneath jackets, sweatshirts, or hoodies on campus. Hoods are not permitted to be worn on your head at any time. Again, t-shirts are not permitted, and graphics may be no larger than a pocket size. Now we come to the section that most everyone's probably interested in: slacks, jeans, or pants. Again, all pants must have a belt loop. In years past, students have cut the belt loops off in order to avoid wearing a belt. That will not be permitted this year. Belts must be worn behind the belt loops, and the buckles must be smaller than 2 inches. You're allowed to wear solid denim or cotton pants. However, no sweatpants, joggers, leggings, or any other type of elastic band pant will be allowed to be worn. No elastic material as well. That includes leggings or any type of pajama type pant. There will be no drawstrings allowed. You must wear all your pants without exposing your underwear, and it has to fit properly at the waist. Again, if you choose to wear suspenders, they must be worn on your shoulder at all times. Now moving on to hair and headgear. All hair colors have to be natural hair colors. That means red, blonde, black, or brown hair color are all allowed. However, any unnatural hair colors like blue, green, or purple are not allowed on campus. You are not allowed to wear caps, hoods, hats, or bandanas. In fact, you're not allowed to carry bandanas on campus. No curlers or other hair grooming aids. No hairstyle that can be considered harmful, disruptive, hazardous to the health and safety of others. For example, you are not allowed to have mohawks on campus. And on to the topic of shoes. Shoes must be worn at all times. They must have a back or a back strap. No flip-flops allowed. Straps and laces must be properly fastened. No clogs, no bedroom slippers, and no wheels. If you have questions about what appropriate footwear looks like, bring your footwear in and let us look. And then we'll let you know if it's acceptable. And now, take out your sheets of paper from yesterday and go ahead and answer this quiz question. A student is allowed to dye their hair the color of blue. True or false? Again, this pertains to the dress code. Are students allowed to wear blue hair on campus? True or false? This is a reminder that it is your responsibility to read the dress code. Teachers, at this time, please pass out our copy of the dress code to each of the students so that they have time to look it over in depth at home. Tomorrow, we will have another segment on dress code Part 2.